Hello and welcome to the Puerto Rican restaurant channel. Today we'll be making Puerto Rican Coquito. So now for this recipe, we'll be using 2 coconuts. So right now what we need to do is basically take out the water from the coconut, and in which we are going to poke. Each coconut has 3 kind of circles here. I don't know if you could see it. This one is a bit wet. But now what we're going to do is I'm going to stick a knife right here and just turn it just like so. What you could do is basically keep the coconut for a couple days, and these little holes here will be soft enough to actually punch in with the knife if you just wet it. Okay, so I punched the hole, really easy as you saw, and now what we're going to do is we're going to take out the water and put that into the blender, just like this. So it's really simple. Take out all of the water, and you're going to do the same exact thing to the second coconut, okay? And then we'll drain it. Alright, so I'm going to do the same exact thing to the second coconut. I'm just going to wet it a bit and go right here in the hole. And sometimes it's not that easy, but no. Okay, right here. One of them usually is a little softer, and if it's not, you just grab your hammer and just kind of tap it in like that. Turn it around. Careful you don't break the knife. Just want to make the hole big enough so that the coconut water comes out. So there you see the hole, and then you just drain it. Now I'm gonna have to make another bigger hole. So what I'm gonna do is actually just make it a little bigger, just like this. Okay, there you go. So I'm gonna drain this, and I'll be right back. Okay. And now that we have drained the coconut water, now it's time to strain it, and we're just gonna do just like that. Really quick and easy. And we can rinse this off because we will need it again. So we have that there. Let's rinse off the blender. And now the next step is going to be actually getting the coconut open. So we're going to take a hammer. Let me just get my hammer. We're going to take a hammer and basically just hit it. Just like that. Don't be afraid. And there you go. Really simple. See? Rinse that off with cold water. And what we're going to do is take the same knife and kind of get in there and get the coconut out of the shell. Just like this. Okay? So there you go. You're going to take and loosen it up just like so. Okay, and then what you're going to do is rinse out the coconut and put it in the blender. Okay, so we'll be right back. Okay, so now that we have basically got the coconut out, so now what we're going to do is strain again the water, just like that. And we're going to take these into pieces, just like so, and put them in the blender. Some of them are hard. You could just chop them up with a knife. Or what we're going to do is we're going to put them in the blender like so, and then turn on the blender, and we are going to chop. Okay, just like that. So what you can do is So now you see basically what is happening is that it's becoming coconut milk because you add the coconut water and the coconut, put it in the blender and blend that all up, and then we'll go and strain it. Okay, so I'm going to continue here. Okay, so now we have finished blending up the pulp of the coconut with the coconut water, and it looks like this. It looks quite delicious. Look how beautiful that looks. So that is how it's gonna look. Now what we need to do is basically get your strainer. Okay, we're gonna put that on the bowl and we're just gonna pour in a nice amount. Actually, I think we could do it all. Yep, so let's do that. Get it all there, and basically we're not gonna keep the pulp, but what we do need is the milk. So I'm gonna grab a spoon right here. You could even grab a bigger one actually, but give me 1 second. And now what you're gonna do is just kind of squeeze down like this. And you want to do that because you see how, obviously how wet it is, and that's what you need. You need the milk, which is in there. Okay, so you're gonna just keep on squeezing until you get almost all of it out, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna drain it with a washcloth. Okay, then we're gonna squeeze it and drain it. So I'm gonna continue to get out this milk, and then we will continue. Okay, so now I pretty much drained all of the milk from the pulp. Now it's time to grab the washcloth, like so, just like this, and put the pulp in, just like that. Let me get a little bit more. So just like this. I like to use a white brand new washcloth and just save it for occasions like this where you need to use it for food. And so it's nice and clean. So now what I'm going to do is just kind of close it up just like that, like a little sausage, a little blanket. And I'm going to remove this for a second right there, and then what we're going to do is squeeze. So you see, look at all that. So you don't want to throw that away because that is what you need, which is the fresh coconut milk. You can always use coconut milk from the can, but I like to do things quite fresh. We will be using canned coconut milk, because I forgot to buy another coconut. But had I bought the other coconut, we wouldn't use the coconut milk, okay? So you're basically gonna keep on doing that, keep on draining it, and then you could just discard this coconut pulp, which I'm gonna do. So, oops, I just made a mess. So you see, that's how it looks, and basically you're just gonna throw that out, okay? So give me a second while I throw it out, okay? Hold on. I'm gonna just throw that out. And I made quite a mess there. And so we're gonna continue and do the same thing basically. Take it in the washcloth and then drain it. So I'll be right back. Okay, so now basically we drained all of the pulp, and now we're gonna just add it here. And that looks great. And so this is about 2.5 cups. So we're gonna put that in there in the blender, just like that. And now we're gonna add 4 egg yolks. So just crack the egg, and all we are keeping is the yolk. Run it under a little water, just like that. You could poke a little hole, just like that, And you're just gonna put the yolk. I made it a little messy, but it's okay. So you're gonna do that to all eggs. There's our second. So remember, just rinse it out a little bit and just use the yolk. So 4 yolks, okay? And I'll be right back. Now the next step is to add the sweetened condensed milk, okay? So a can of condensed milk, we're gonna pour that right in. And we just put the 4 egg yolks. So the whole can, just like this. Get that all in there. This is what's gonna give it the sweetness. And now, since we're making a larger batch, and like I said, I forgot to get an extra coconut, we're gonna add a can of coconut milk. So let's add that as well. Doesn't want to. Okay, this is live TV. That's what happens. So let's get the can opener and open up this can. Okay. And this is not opening. Okay, let's try it one more time. Okay, now it worked already. So now we have coconut milk. Wow, that's pretty full. So there we go. Okay, just like that. And now we're gonna blend this. Blend it all together. Okay, since our blender, as you can see, is pretty full, we're gonna just empty out some of this. Yeah, let's empty out some more, just like that. And now what we're gonna do is add some cinnamon. We're gonna add a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. So there you go. And now we're gonna add a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. So there you go. And 2 cups of rum, okay? There you go. And now we're gonna blend that up. We're gonna blend this up a couple minutes. 1 minute. Alright, so basically that is done. And now it's time to taste it, okay? My little shot glass. And let's just pour a little bit. I'm making such a mess today. Okay, so let's taste. Wow. Strong, but so good. So yeah, I think we're gonna keep it at 2 cups of rum, okay? So now what we're gonna do is, we still have some left over here. So we're gonna begin to pour what's in the blender in the bottle. Give me 1 second. Alright, so now we have our funnel. So now it's gonna be time to basically pour this. And since I'm making a mess today, I'm gonna hold this over the sink, okay? And we're just gonna empty out about half. See, I told you I'm making a mess. Okay, there we go. So yeah, about half, a little bit more, because we have a lot of coconut milk there. As I said, I made a bigger batch today. So now what we're gonna do is put that here, and let me just clean this up. So now we're gonna add the rest of the milk in the blender, just like that. So this is great for a gift, for family. You could even get smaller bottles and divide them into smaller bottles. So it's a really great gift. Now I'm just gonna add a little bit more of cinnamon. Not too much, about like a little pinch, which is maybe about a 1/4 teaspoon. And just a pinch, I'm actually using this part of the spoon, of nutmeg. Okay, just want to add a little bit more. Close that up, and now we're gonna blend this, and just like this. Blend it once again for a couple seconds, and I think that is good. And now, once again, we're gonna pour that into the container, the bottle. Oh my God. So just like this, it's almost full. There you go, just a little bit more. There you go. So just like that. I'm gonna close that up. Excuse my mess, guys. So sorry. And we're gonna cover this and give it a good shake. There you go. There you go. Okay, so this was basically the last of the coquito that was in the blender, so figured make myself a drink. So I want to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to all of our followers. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make it for your family. And the coquito is really best, I think, a day or two after you make it, so keep it in the fridge. 2 days, it tastes amazing. Okay, and once again, subscribe under, and follow us at www.thefreakinricanrestaurant.com. Also Instagram, Facebook. We love you. Cheers.